So today I'm in Perth. I'm training the biggest exporter of grains in Australia. So we're going through agricultural charts for the next 2 days. I'm here with Beta Group. It's glorious hot weather here. I'm standing here and their office is right here. So we're going to be doing 2 days intensive training, but I thought I'd cover some of the ags charts now. So let's get started. So looking at grains charts, we start with wheat, and here we see the big downside target that was given in late 2022. That downside target was met a few months later. A couple more big downside targets given last year, early in the year, not really met at the time frame. A couple of small ones here met, and this more recent one nearly met. And now we've got an upside target. Quite an interesting situation there for grain. We zoom out on wheat. That one nearly met, and very much in this big range between $500 and $700 on the CBOT contract there. So really quite interesting, falling away below the average. So this target, we're starting to discount this because we're falling away from the target. And that's the key about these targets, is you can see they're derived from point and figure charts, but you can see when they're not working out. This one is corn. This is a daily chart of corn. Target given in September, not quite met, nearly met now, but not quite met at the time. Another one that was given in October, an upside target again, and then another one just given and activated now to 485. So we're seeing corn just starting to edge higher, breaking new highs with multiple upside targets. Good support. That gives us a real feeling, and we're above the average, gives us a real feeling that corn is on the upside. So two very different charts there. That's wheat and that's corn. Remembering that if you want to get these targets, just go APPS LIN go, and you can add these onto any Bloomberg chart, and then you can see the price projections into the future. As I say, it was derived from point and figure, an old technique, reimagined, putting these targets onto time-based charts. This one here is Oats, downside target given, activated in June, and nearly met pretty much within a few weeks. A couple of upside targets not quite met. No clear targets in this trading pattern, and then we had a new thrust target developed, and that was given and then fallen away there. And remember, if you want to see these targets and understand how they work, take a look at the Bloomberg explainer. It's here, Bloomberg targets. You can go and look at those targets for yourself and understand how they work. It's really very clear once you just understand that. So taking a look now at soybeans, this one is pretty interesting. Downside targets here given, a downside target given in August last year, nearly met, was met a bit later. A couple more downside targets given, and now we've got this situation where we've got a new upside target not yet activated, strong levels of resistance and support, very tight trading range, just waiting for the break. If we break to the upside, we look to these two targets. If we break to the downside, we look to these targets. So this one is really waiting for the break. And then if we take a look at maize, another one that's very interesting here, upside targets given, but really sideways with the downside target. So, and resistance and support evenly matched, waiting to see if these downside targets get activated and turn red. But for the moment, this is sideways, making this a pretty difficult call. And then if we look at canola, we looked at a lot at this, and we see here the downside target given December last year, nearly met by February. Then no targets given, another one given in August to the downside, and the one given to the upside. So we've got, again, this picture of sideways, a really hard call on the daily. The way to resolve that is to go to the 60-minute chart, and then it all starts to clear up a little bit. We see here on the 60-minute chart, upside targets given and that move up, and downside targets given and this move down below the average. So the upside targets work there in early December, and now we've got the downside targets kicking in. So if you're trading short term, these targets become really valuable. You put them on 60-minute charts or 10 or 5-minute charts and even 1-minute charts, so really quite powerful. And so we're seeing here now how that's kicking in. And last of all, we look at rapeseed, and this one is again a daily chart. This target and this chart breaking to new highs, so that's really quite unusual for a lot of the grains charts we've been looking at. And we see here this target was given and met, was given back in September. The green dot is where it was given. It was met. but we don't have any new targets. Again, if we go to the 60-minute chart, we see here on the 60-minute chart, targets given back in November, at the end of November, targets given, and all the way up there, we start to see those targets being met. So really quite key, those targets kicking in. 3 upside targets all met, that one not quite met yet, and we're waiting for a new activation here. Little mini downside, but for the moment, we're above the average. We favor those upsides. So take a look at the charts, have a go at using the targets yourself. You can use them on any chart on your Bloomberg, really quite straightforward. Just remember, just type APPS LIN go, and you can add the targets, and then you can add a button here, and you just put them on whenever you want. So really key. This is my template now for Bloomberg. I'm looking at any chart. If there's any charts you want me to cover, just let me know. I'm very happy to look at any charts you want. That's it for today. Until next time, I'm trading again tomorrow here in Perth. Bye for now.